Country in a celebratory mood. Everybody's celebrating out in the street, enjoying themselves after a long, long period of terrible, terrible days that we have behind us. Finally, we get out, and they are in millions all over the country celebrating that. Young, old, children, everybody's out there. So this is something like Liberation Day, like we had in 1971, in 16th December, when Bangladesh became independent. So it's a similar kind of thing. Finally, we emerged from all the terrible thing that was happening to us as a nation. Now we're free from that. We have overcome that. We have the revolution of the young people and make it successful. Hasina has to leave. They have to fled from the country. We are ready to build a new country for ourselves. So that's the celebration that's going on right now.
A lot of lives were also lost during the process, very precious lives.
That's what triggered the whole thing, because she is killing right and left everybody. All these young people, these university students were demonstrating for is a change in the quota system, not abandon, just change in the quota system, reform the quota system. She got very aggressive. She started killing people. She asked the police to stop the demonstration by killing on sight. Then he had a curfew, brought border guards, and then brought the army with the order to shoot to kill. And people were being killed every day. And I made an appeal to the world leaders, please come to Bangladesh, help save the young people from the bullets of the country. They are supposed to protect the life of the people. Now they're killing the people. I have no idea that the government goes out to start killing their own people just because they're in a demonstration. So this is what enraged the whole nation. And the students mobilized their sources. They're supported by their parents. Many students who lost their children, they joined them, and the whole citizens joined them. It became a huge movement and asking for resignation of the prime minister. Ultimately, she had to leave. It was quite a revolution.
So it all started, as we read, it started with the quota stir, sir?
Very simple thing. It was not a complicated thing. They want the quota system to be revised, not abandoned, not changed.
To be revised, is it?
Just revised, that's all. But yes. Hasina reacted with bullets and continued, didn't step back.
So, but what was the demand? I mean, that to scale back, to roll back quota for the next generation of freedom fighters, is it, sir?
That's right. Not that next generation. We already have the next generation.
The children of the
grandchildren.
The descendants.
Include yes. The grandchildren. And they're not saying that, no, they are not saying that don't give the grandchildren. 56% of all the jobs are under quota. 56%. So what is left for merit? So yes. They said, roll back, make it reasonable, make it 5%, make it 10%, and divide it up, whatever you want to do that. Not 56%. We work very hard, but we don't get a job because 56% is taken away.
Is the quota in jobs or also in education?
That's the job. This is all job-related quota.
So because, people look at you and you're a world leader so far as, the empowerment of the disempowered is concerned, and also in the forefront for education and positive reforms. What is the messaging behind these dramatic change in Bangladesh politics? That students can lead a change?
Yeah, they did it. Organize themselves and bring the most powerful prime minister we ever had. All the power concentrated in her. She had to quit. She had to leave the country. So that's the power of young people. So that has happened. During this whole development, in the beginning, I made a global appeal to everybody, all the world leaders. Look, our children are being killed by our own government. Please help this government to stop killing our own children. That's all I wanted to say. So this is one. And then I was saying that killing is not a solution for political problems. Political problems are solved by democracy. Democracy means election. You have taken away election. These are 170 million people. 2/3 of the population are young people. They never voted in an election. These are very mature young people. They have lots of ideas about the country, about things to be done, but never can vote. So you have taken away the right to vote for young people. So that's what the anger accumulated. It is translated because of the quota movement and killing young people, their friends, their neighbors, their roommates. Then they get very agitated. They continued until the prime minister has resigned.
So, what do we foresee from now on? Will there be an interim government, a civil government, or will it be brought under martial law for some time? Or how do you foresee things panning out in the near future?
Before Hasina left, I was pleading to the nation, saying that the solution to all political problems is election. We never had election. So let's have a clean election, fair election, participatory election, transparent election, because we have to express ourselves what we want and let political parties come up with their programs and let people choose who to vote for. But that was not there. I said, we have a caretaker government system already in our book. The Constitution has includes that because our League wanted it, demonstrated for it, and got it done. And it is in the Constitution. But as soon as they came into power, they scrapped it. That started all the problems. Now she's running the election, she holds the election, she fake election without any people turning up in the voting center, she got elected. Ballot papers are stuffed at night, and in the morning you say you got elected. These are the kind of elections we're having. So that was the root about it. My suggestion was create the caretaker government, have an election. That will solve the immediate problem that we are having, not communicating with each other, what kind of system we want, what kind of economy we want, what kind of civil service we want, what kind of transparency we want in bureaucracy, because corruption is every level, huge corruption, just not tiny corruption. You can buy up the country, that kind of corruption. Even the office boy of the office makes millions of dollars. And you see it every day, but you don't do a thing. And he makes money, he buys up apartments in the city, land in the village. Everybody sees that, but nobody says a word because he protected by somebody.
So you foresaw this. You saw this kind of. You wouldn't have envisaged that it will pan out to be such a big revolt. But it was in the coming, isn't it? That's what you're saying, sir.
Yeah, gradually it turned in that way. We didn't think that it will gather so much strength where political parties never could do anything. They're always removed from the street. But the students stay on and they become bigger and bigger, and the citizens start participating with it. And ultimately it becomes so big, even the army couldn't do anything about it. Army has to surrender that you can't just go on shooting our own children.
Would you look at the role of outside countries or external powers in kind of galvanizing this movement against the then government? Do you see any external role in this?
In what happened in the past?
In the students' protests and clashes, yes, sir.
Yes, I made an appeal, public appeal, published in the newspapers all around the world, that appealing to the world leaders that please help our leaders to come to sense so that they don't kill their own children. That's the appeal. It's a published report.
But was there any kind of, what response did you get from who?
I didn't get any response. I didn't expect any response. I was hoping they will, if they want to feel something, they will pick up the phone, talk to the Prime Minister, saying, well, we hear something bad, maybe you go easy, or something like that. They're friends. The leaders are friends with each other. This is not official kind of exchange of information or something. I'm just desperately, I said, I cannot take it anymore. I see young children are killed every day. So please do something, because we cannot do it within the country. So we have to come and say, help us to stop that.
So, but then the army chief has addressed and has asked people to kind of calm down, and that they will take care. Will it be interim, will be a civilian, or an army solution is what I'm asking you. And who will be the next contenders?
Army, I don't know how the army is coming up or what kind of message they're giving. From my side, I never liked army running the government. I don't think Bangladesh likes army rule because it's a chaotic, it has its own problems. So we don't want, in general, Bangladesh doesn't want. Definitely, they would like a caretaker government to hold an election. So like we did in the previous time, we have a history of creating those caretaker government. We can follow that procedure and we can have a task given to the caretaker government to hold the election as soon as possible.
So who do you think, sir, are going to be the major contenders now that BNP leader, she's also ailing? And what would be the role of Jamaat-e-Islam?
They are political parties. They have to find out their own agenda under the circumstances, what they want to say to the young people. They have to address many of the things to the young people because they want to understand who is saying what and so on. So I'm sure these parties, in order to get to the young people, they have to readjust their policies, readjust their thing, and come prepared to win over their support in the election. So whoever can win over their support, they will be in the parliament.
we saw very disturbing visuals of vandalism and houses being, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's house being set on fire. How did you respond to it? What is your response to it, sir?
My response is I blame Hasina for that. She made people so angry at her. And now this is spilling over to her father, her family, and everything. So the anger she has generated now is a kind of consuming everything that she has done in terms of herself and her family, for everything.
So what is your message to the students in your country, sir?
Stay firm. You created a history in the whole world. If a country which is falling apart, country was sinking, you stopped it. You now leave the leadership to the country.
So whoever comes next will have to talk to the students, will have to look at the quota system.
Absolutely, absolutely. They are the one who created this.